Good afternoon. I have been so blessed as I have listened to your sermons. Now, I haven't gotten all of them listened to yet, but it's just a joy to observe your personality and your perspectives as you have presented the gospel. Um, One of the underlying questions that I have going through as I listen is, does this rise from the scripture? Is it an accurate interpretation of scripture? And you're doing so well on that. Just want to encourage you on it and and appreciate the discussion boards. Uh, I get inspired by them, and here that's kind of my job, but I really, really appreciate your input, and I am learning as you share what God is teaching you. I want to say again, uh, the teaching, the workload for this course is very heavy. And candidly, at times I feel sadness for you about that. But on the other hand, I also am thrilled because students in future courses, when this class gets revised, will have much less work to do, but they will also be deprived of many of the learning opportunities that you have been given. So we're, you know, we're almost to the top of the mountain, and you're going to make it. Now, I just want to encourage you and bless you in that whole process, and keep at it, keep at it. This week, you have that reflection paper. It's interestingly called assignment number one, based upon the Kessler book. So you have that to take care of, and you have a number of things to read. You have two chapters in Robinson, chapter 9 and 10, and Chapel, there's two appendices, number 1 and number 5, and then there are articles in the resource folder about rewriting a manuscript and writing for the listening ear. There's a 3-minute audio clip by Dr. Haddon Robinson that's good. I happened to leave mine on a little longer because I was writing something, and all of a sudden, hey, here he is getting ready to preach a sermon and doing it. So there are two PowerPoint presentations in the resource in the assignment resource folder. Maybe those are in the resources. Anyway, there's a lot of work, and you'll make it. And thank you for your persistence. The sermons, I listen to your sermon. I kind of monitor your manuscript and your outline as you go along, but I also listen for my own soul's benefit, and that becomes an important element of my listening. And then I write out those details, and you say, oh my, that guy ought to get a smaller pen so he could write smaller. Then you wouldn't be able to read it. Um, Feel free to call me or to email me. I'd be delighted to interact with you about any aspect of that evaluation. Also, our audio library this week is the focus is on delivery and its importance to sermon presentation. That's another exciting one. Now that you've already done your practice one, now you've learned how to do it. But it's going to be good. And oh, I know one other comment I wanted to make. I agree with two or three of you that thought that that inductive question was a trick question. I agree. It's different. And so I appreciate your input and your patience. It was not at all my favorite question for our discussion boards this semester, but you did a good job with it. You're good students, and I appreciate that. And I just ask that the Lord would continue to encourage you and bless you as you seek to learn from Him.